Salam alaikum, everybody. Peace and love. Four-time NBA champion, three-time NBA Finals MVP, 15-time NBA All-Star, three-time NBA All-Star MVP, 1993 NBA Rookie of the Year. But most importantly, an incredible human being who impacted me, shaped me, inspired me to become who I am today. And I've actually manifested this for 17 years. And it's a huge honor to meet the one, the only, Dr. Shaquille Oneal. Salam alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam, brother.
Huge honor. I can't believe this is happening, and it's an overwhelming experience. So thank you for being you. I want to start with you. You said that you love making people smile and laugh and impact them. What's a happy story that you can share with us about that?
I have a lot of happy stories. So when I'm in the States, I like to go back in time. For example, if I see a mother and a son, that was me and my mother.
Yeah.
So, are you familiar with Walmart?
Yeah.
It's a big store, so if I see a mom price checking, I'll just go take care of it. So every time I go in Walmart or Best Buy, I'll buy something. So last week I think I bought a computer, one of those desktops, and a couple iPhones and a couple, just to make people smile.
And that's what I was going to say. We have a saying in Islam, Al-Jannah tahta aqdam al-ummahat, which means heaven is beneath our mother's feet. That's one of the things that I connected with you a lot as a kid from Saudi Arabia who learned English through basketball and hip-hop. What sparked that act of kindness? I know it's your beloved mom, but what sparked you to act on it?
My family. My father's Muslim. Very respectable man. Taught me to respect all people. Taught me to honor all people. He's taught me to be nice. Costs you nothing to be nice. And I realize I'm blessed. I have a lot of gifts and I have a lot of things, but it doesn't make me a better man than you just because I have more. So if you acknowledge me and I try to treat you the same way as I expect you to treat me, and something you have to be taught, because a lot of times when you get all these, it could make you go down a bad spiral. You forget, but I never forget. I'm just all about respect. Here, there's a lot of respectful people here, and just love this region, love how clean it is, love how peaceful it is. This is the closest thing I've been to heaven.
This is a blessing to hear. Turning 50, reflecting back, what are the most what are the most precious things in life?
Just family for me. Coming from nothing and being blessed with a tremendous gift and listening to my family. My family knew that this would happen. I didn't know. From an age, they would say, you'll be known around the world. Everybody will know your name. Everybody will love you. Everybody will respect you. The profession that you have, people will fear you. You will dominate. This is what you will be. From 5, they told me that, so I definitely believed it. So when I came into the NBA, that's how I wanted to play. But when it comes to being known, I just want to be known as a nice guy. Doesn't matter how much money I've made or what I've done, or like I met Shaq, I was in Abu Dhabi. He's a great guy.
Brother, you are an incredible. Meeting you in person right now is definitely a highlight. Basketball is equal life. How does that translate in your life, past or present? I played the game and it educated me. It taught me. It is definitely life. Try to embody what you present on the court and off the court.
It just taught me to respect people even more. When I come to a game and see a young man from Saudi Arabia that looked up to me and him and his father paid money, I have to give you a show. I have to represent. I have to make you go home and say, wow. If you didn't go home with the wow feeling, I didn't do my job. And I took that to heart. It wasn't about the money for me. It was about being able to showcase my talent in front of people. So if you and your family paid money to come watch me play, I had to represent and give you a great show.
Quick funny story. First time I've seen you play was in the Garden. You were in Boston. You weren't playing. You were in a suit, and I was in the middle of the crowd. I was saying, "Shaq, I came all the way from Saudi Arabia to see you." Of course, you didn't hear me, but it was like, "What? Like, yeah, I really did."
Right.
But God bless for that. Shaq, June 24th, 1992. It's the day, of course, you remember, the day you were drafted and dominated the league from the first basket. Um, do you remember how you felt when you heard that name, that moment?
Yeah, growing up, I watched a lot of karate movies. And the base of the karate movies is at some point the student must become the master. So I'm saying to myself, I'm coming to get Michael Jordan. I'm coming to get Patrick Ewing. All this will belong to me in 700 days. That's the goal you set for yourself. Because my mother used to always say, make them remember your name. You have an Arabic Muslim name, make people remember that. And growing up, I always wanted a famous name. Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Patrick Ewing, Shaquille Oneal. But my mother was like, you're different. Make these people remember your name. Because I was like besides Kareem, I was probably one of the first different style names. People would say Shaquille, and my mother would say, no, make them remember your name, Shaquille O'Neal.
God bless her. Shout out to her. I know that she said something, obviously Shaquille, Rashawn O'Neal, Little Warrior. You are you're fighting, she said, I'll fight for you and with you. And it was inspiring to see her as well in you and how you love her. It inspired me as well, inspired everybody. And God bless her. She's an amazing force. And
because when we were born, I was born out of wedlock. And her family is very religious and very strict, so they kind of pushed us to the side. So when she was out there in the world alone, she was like, okay, I'm alone, but I'm about to bring this young man to the world, and he's going to be my little warrior. So she found a book of Arabic names, and she just picked that name. Well, besides my brothers and sisters, I'm the only one in our family that has an Arabic name because they kind of pushed us to the side. And then, we kind of stayed away for 2 years, but when my grandmother saw me, she said, come in, and she was like, this one's going to be special. This one right here is going to, she said this too, this is going to be known, this guy right here is going to be known worldwide. He's going to change people's lives.
you're done. Across I'm Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I got to tell you this, 5 a.m., Saudi Arabia, me and my brother watching you and Kobe dominate. Every time this happens, we go outside, neighborhood, scream. Obviously, dynamic duo, electrifying. Can you highlight your best kind of quality and greatest flow as a duo? You and Kobe, rest in peace.
Just being able to compete with each other, but dominate inside that circle, which means the world was in trouble. So if I'm trying to average 40 and he's trying to average 30, that's 70 points right there. And a lot of people think that in relationships you have to be like this all the time. It's not true. What you have to have is respect. Like I can say, I don't like your hat, but doesn't mean I don't like you. And you can say, this is what they're wearing in Saudi Arabia, forget you, Shaq, conversation's over, right? So we had a lot of good times and bad times, but as a leader, I knew what I had to do to push his buttons. It was all programmed by me. I already know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I already know what I'm going to do, but if I know you want the spot and you want to be the guy, I'm going to say, no, you're not the guy, I'm the guy. And then you'll be mad and upset, and it'll make you play a certain way. I think if we would have stayed together, we'd have definitely had more championships. But, when you get into the business of basketball, and certain things just happen. So at the end of my contract, they wanted to, they didn't want to pay me because I was getting older, which is understood. So they decided to go with him. Then I went to Miami and I got one, and then took him a couple years, and then Phil came back, and then he has two.
Yeah. I know he reminded you on that one-on-one. He said, I still have 5.
Yes,
Right.
yes. But that's what I do. I motivate people.
I know. But also, what is one of your always in my heart memories with Kobe that you can share?
Just that, people not knowing what was going on inside my operation. You say, you guys didn't get along, but if you go back, I want you to go back to this on your phone. First championship.
He runs to you first.
Yeah, it's 19,000 people in the arena, 500 people on the floor. And who jumped to my arm first? I got family member out there. He has his wife and kids. I got my wife and kids. And what does he do? Because he knew that, we needed each other. And people ask me, if you had it all over to do again, what would you do different? The answer is nothing.
Facts.
I do it the same. I'd argue with him, I'd fight with him, and we win 3 out of 4.
Couple more questions for you. This
Yes.
is historic. Does it bother you, and I know you said that already, does it bother you that the NBA, your class act, you're saying not soft, but like less physical?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But
how do you think it evolved? Like, the basketball is a game.
I think it's evolved. I think it's devolved. And I think it's my fault. Because when you look at how I played, a lot of guys can't play like that and don't want to play like that. So if you're a 7-footer and you could step out and shoot the jumper, that's easier.
Yeah.
We're Muslims. We don't take the easy way out. We go all in head first. So I wanted to, like, I could have stepped out on Patrick Ewing, but no, I want to ball him in the face. I want to let him know I'm coming. But it's, sometimes it's exciting. The reason why Steph Curry is my favorite player because he does it all the time. I watch guys and go hit 20 points one game and then they'll shoot 20 jumpers in this game and miss it. So as a fan, you and your father and these beautiful young ladies here, they pay money. It's not what they pay to see. They want to see you dominate. So I don't like it. But, if you have guys like Steph Curry and LeBron play the way they do, I think we could sustain for a little more. But hopefully a guy will come back and bring it back to the inside.
Shaq, this has been a huge honor. I've been manifesting this. I have a tweet from you 15 years ago. I want to show it to you.
Okay.
It's just incredible. God bless. I have actually something outside basketball. I'm a father for an autistic son. He's my hero. I'm bringing him to the game tonight. He's going to watch this. It's his first time watching.
All right, so
what do you say to autism parents out there? Because with autism, it's obviously a way of life. So maybe a message from you or Shaq.
I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but a child is a child. I don't believe in all those diagnoses. The way a child is born is the way he's born. It's our job as fathers to protect, provide, and love. I don't believe in that word because, believe it or not, when I was young, they said I was slightly retarded.
God doesn't give you something you can't handle. So
Exactly.
Thank you for your time, Shaq. I know this is incredible.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historic day for me. Thank you.
And make sure you bring the baby by so we can take a picture. Tonight.
He'll be on. I've been telling
We're
you.
on the floor, right? Yeah, I might be on the floor, so just...
Can I show you that tweet real quick?
Of course.
Okay, perfect. It's actually when you were like the real Shaq, you're like, send info. And that was like 2010.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you? Big HASS?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to follow you.
Oh, man.
Got
You
it.
really impacted me, Shaq.
Thank you,
Seriously.
appreciate it. Yep.
If it's possible to take a picture.
Yep. I'll see you tonight, inshallah.
Inshallah. Oh, man. The only reason why I'm not crying right now is because of a lot of people. So just for you to know.
Don't cry.
Seriously, sir. Thank you.
Yep. And make sure you bring the baby by tonight.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Wow.
We will arrange it.
Okay,
What?
yeah.
We will arrange.
Really?
Yeah, bring the baby by. Be on the floor. You take a picture. Got you, man.
What, really?
Yes, I'll take care of it.
Shaq, seriously, thank you. You
No problem.
I am
Thank you.
who I am because of you. I host a hip hop radio show in Saudi.
Oh, okay.
And if it's the first and the only one.
That's
Played
awesome.
your records on the
Oh,
radio
you
in
did?
Saudi.
Good.
Cleaned them up.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Shaq.
Thank you.